Why have you not visited Nico Buddha's construction? I just hope you support him as well. So the thing is, first is I didn't even. It's good first you've recognized that I have never visited Nico Buddha's construction, and I do not intend to visit his construction, to be honest, because I realize is a man I can't trust, and that is the truth, guys. This is not supposed to be controversial, and I'm not making this up. Mr. Jim, it's a question here. You can see it. Okay. So the thing is, it's good that you've asked this. Two of my good friends betrayed me, and I don't want to bring enmity between me and them. But now that you've asked me, it's good I talk about it. One of them was this young man that you mentioned here. I will not mention their names. But the other guy is my very good friend, my top mason, whose name starts with M. Okay? So how and what happened? Sometimes you see, that's why I love to do Q&A, because it gives me time to actually speak. And if you realize these days I'm isolating myself more and more and more and more. Because I've come to realize most of the time, or my downfall may be from people very close to me. And sometimes I sacrifice so much for them. Like, I'll literally do everything for them except giving them my wife. But the rest I could. Even sometimes my entire life I could. But they seem to be people who only care about themselves. And me as Marwa, the only biggest challenge I've ever faced is betrayal. You know, I've grown with no shoes, with no clothes. For me, that doesn't seem to be a major challenge. My biggest challenge in my life as a content creator, as a man who has pulled himself from whatever state you could see me up to now, is betrayal, guys. What happened is, for example, this guy that I've not visited his home, my sister D wanted to buy a piece of land, okay? My sister D wanted to buy a piece of land right in front of her property, okay? So let me just explain to you what happened, okay? My sister, not a friend, not a neighbor, my sister, okay? Actually, I can say she's my closest sister, you know. My closest sister, D Mwango, okay, wanted to buy a property right in front of her house where she's building. So if you've watched me for long, you already know. And the problem we faced in this village, and I will be very clear, and I don't want to bring reaction here. I'm just speaking as a man who just want to share something to his audience. And I don't want anybody to take my words and twist them. I just want you to get them clear, because I don't want you to be my spokesman. The only thing you can do is quote, just quote my words, because I'm very careful as I speak. My own sister wanted to expand her land, okay? So we were talking with the neighbor to actually help, not help, to actually do business, yes. Cancel the word help. We were talking with the neighbor to actually do business with my sister. And how did it start? the neighbor reached out to our family, okay, that they wanted to sell a small piece of their land so that they can construct their house. They say they don't have money to build their own house, so they wanted to sell a small piece of their land right in front of my sister, okay? Right in front of my sister. Let me explain, because you guys maybe will miss, and I want to get this right. And then you guys will see what I mean. So this is my sister's property, this phone. Imagine this is my sister's property, D Mwango. And then this is the neighbor's property right here, okay? Right in front here. This neighbor wanted to sell up to here, going up. So this is neighbor's property. So this neighbor wanted to sell from here, going up. Just a little piece, so that he can take this money and build himself a house going down. Please listen carefully. One of the problems we've faced with our neighbors, now generally, okay, not just this neighbor, is given that we've been successful and we've been buying land. So some of our neighbors think, we are taking money. No. We are taking, that one cancel. I want you to quote me. We are taking land from them. I want you to follow me. We are actually buying. And something funny I should tell you is that the lands around me are so expensive. You better even buy in Nairobi or in Mombasa a land, but not here. For example, this piece of land here that was being sold, its real price, because I've bought land, I know. Its real price is like 2,000 to 3,000 USD. Because it was a small piece, very small. Even my house is bigger than that piece of land. Probably. Around there. But because of YouTube and what we've created here in the village, okay, because of YouTube and what we've created here in the village, those lands go for double price. So if a land is supposed to be bought 5,000 USD, it will be bought 10,000 USD. If a land is supposed to be bought 2,000 USD or 2,500 USD, it's being bought for 5,000 USD. If a land is for 10,000 USD, it's going to 20,000 USD. I know the price of land because it's not the only piece of land that we buy. Now, because of that, some neighbors are hesitant. Okay, some neighbors are hesitant to sell to us because they feel like we are buying. But I want to make it very clear is we don't force anyone to sell us any piece of land. People come to us. The first people they come to is Maro. Why? Because we give them more money than the rest. Even now, what people are doing is they are buying and then trying to sell to us. Can you imagine? So you go buy a piece of land from a neighbor, then come look for Maro. Maro, give me more money because you are a rich man. Give me more money. So now let me tell you what is going on. So my sister's land. Imagine this is my sister's land, who I really love, care about. She's my sister. When I have problems, she helps me out. When she has problems, I help her out. And also, I have many friends, me now, Marwa, that I have brought up through social media. And my heart is very pure. I've always wished them the very best. I just told you the only thing I don't share with them is my wife. But everything else I share with them. I give them my wheelbarrows. They also give me their wheelbarrows, but mostly I'm the one giving. I give them my subscribers. I go there with my camera. I say, hello, please support this guy. Kindly support this guy. And you guys actually come through for them big time. Others are at close to my level because maybe they bought land, they're building, they're moving very well. Okay? But I need to remind you this. When I met these guys, they didn't have anything. I swear before God. And it's not bad. It's not like I'm feeling regret. No. Because that's not me. Even if today was my last day on earth, that's not me. I've always wished people good. I've always wished people to grow. I've always actually wished people can be like me, like have cars, have a big house, so that we can have a good club. If tomorrow my daughter or my son marries from their family, well and good. Now, back to the story of my sister buying land. Now, my sister wanted to buy this piece. This is my sister's property, this one. Imagine this is my sister's property. This is a neighbor's property. He's selling just a small piece like this for close to 5,000 USD, around Kenyan shillings, 500,000 plus. Very small piece of land. Very small. When I say very small, it's like the size of my house, or something like that. Now, we negotiate as a family, me involved also. We negotiate. Then me, I share with my friends. Hey, you know, I'm trying to help my sister buy a piece of land. Today, friends. Okay? Me, I share, not my sister. Me, I share to my friends. Close friends. Guys, I have pulled when they had nothing, my friend. I swear before God. When I had all the reason to say, no, you're so poor, I don't want you to be my friend. Rich people do like that. Rich people do like that. I'm not the first rich person who doesn't want poor people around them. I'm just telling you the truth. John Maina, thank you for 20 USD. He says happy holidays. John, asante sana rafiki yangu. Thank you guys. Guys, you can also support me here. Sometimes I feel like I support others and I forget to support myself. So you can also support me here, guys. Okay? Now, I share the good news that I am trying to help my sister add her property with this piece of land. Follow the story. The moment I shared this story to my friends, me that I have grown, not my sister's friend, guys that I have believed to be my people, I have pulled them from down, I have been there, I have supported them. So, you know what happened? After me sharing that story, the owner of this land, this small piece of land, starts to dodge my sister. So, for example, we had said we're going to meet on Tuesday. We have called the authorities, the chief, to come and we do the agreement and we buy the land. The owner starts, the day of purchase, we show up and the owner doesn't show up. Okay? So then we wonder, hey, my friend, what happened? Janet Harris, thank you, Mama. You are one in a million. May God bless you. May God bless where this donation is coming from. Thank you so much, Janet. Asante sana, Mama. Nashukuru, with all my humbleness, I say thank you. If you have a young son or daughter and they want to learn about YouTube, please let me know, Mama. I don't know how to pay you back. That's why I'm saying like that. I don't know. I just want to say, oh, you just actually did double. That's 100 euros. Oh, my God. Asante sana, Mama Janet Harris. Asante sana. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. God bless where that man is coming from. Double. Beyond measure. I always say beyond measure. So, guys, after sharing this news that, hey, you know what, my good friends, I'm trying to help my sister negotiate this small piece of land so that she can have her piece of land a little bigger. Okay? After sharing that news, this guy, why can't these people see I'm working? After sharing that news to my close friends, somehow, the owner of this land starts to be very aggressive, kinda with my family. First, he didn't show up on the day of selling, and then after that, he fought Uncle Mo, and then he came. There was a wall. I have a wall here. He came. Him and his brother started drilling my wall. You know. And Gitiriba and my sister, they were pumping water from a fish pond to build their villas. And all of a sudden, this same owner who wanted to sell a piece of land to my sister goes to that fish pond and opens it up. You know, he goes and opens it up, opens so that there is no water. And fish pond, there were no fish inside. I want to make this very clear. There were no fish inside. You know, there were no fish inside. So they opened that fish pond so that my sister and Gitiriba, they don't get a source of water. It's either they now buy more what is it called? More pipe to go into the river, or they have no access to water. And then during that time, I don't know what happened with the owner of that land. He went to my sister's construction, passing there, and there was a confrontation between him and Uncle Mo, and they fought, and then police arrested them, and I had to go to the police station. The police here, you know, they know me, and I had to talk to them, and we finished those things here in the village. We didn't go. I'm a peaceful man, you know, I don't like. So then during that time, I realized that the friends I had shared the news of me trying to help my sister buy this land had secretly, please quote this, secretly went and bought this land. One of them being Nico Buddha and his close friend, Mayugno, who I thought he was my very good friend. Okay? Secretly, guys, secretly. They didn't even use the chief. Secretly. So now, I started like, putting things together. Oh. And maybe I could be wrong. I'm saying maybe I could be wrong, guys. Maybe. But you can also help me in the comment section here. Maybe I could be wrong. Then I started thinking, oh my God, maybe these are the guys who kinda are fighting us without knowledge. Because if you look at it, this guy was willing to sell his land. We didn't even look for him. He came to us. All of a sudden, he became very aggressive. All of a sudden, he went and opened up the fish pond. This fish pond was not being, it didn't have fish. His brother tried to break my wall. I could have arrested them because they recorded this on video, and I could easily have said, you know what, my chicken have been stolen in my home and I saw someone breaking through my wall, and they would be arrested. And just, I'll show the police that video. That will be it. But because I don't want to fight small wars with village boys, I just assumed, you know. But I sent a message to through their dad. So all of a sudden, this good owner, very nice guy who wanted to sell a small, not big, small. When I mean small is small. Small piece of land had become so aggressive with my family. He fought Uncle Mo. Police had to come through and all these things. And then I realized that even the land he was about to sell to my sister, Nico Buddha and Mayugno had secretly bought the land. Secretly, guys. Secretly. Secretly. And I'm making this and this is after me telling them I wanted to help my sister buy the land. Now I said myself,